Alan Voss had built an empire on toast, not just any toast, humanity's toast, the kind that came with butter that actually melted, bread that had texture and soul, and jam made from fruits grown in real soil under real sunlight. In a galaxy where most species consumed nutrient paste or photosynthesized their meals, Alan's chain of diners had become legendary. Voss's Earthside eats sprawled across 47 systems, each location serving breakfast to aliens who'd never understood why humans were so obsessed with the most important meal of the day, until they'd tried it. But success had distance. Alan spent his days in boardrooms, reviewing profit margins and expansion plans. He'd forgotten what his own diner smelled like. That's why he stood now in the Kepler station location, wearing a simple maintenance jumpsuit with a fake ID badge that read Carl. No entourage, no fanfare, just a human man who wanted to know if his legacy still meant something at the ground level. The diner hummed with its usual morning chaos. As Elthorian family occupied a corner booth, their translator devices crackling as they debated between pancakes and waffles. Two Irith traders sat at the counter, their crystalline bodies refracting the warm overhead lights as they sipped coffee, another human invention they'd grown addicted to. Behind the counter stood Hannah Kim, her dark hair pulled back in a practical ponytail, her hands moving with the efficiency of someone who'd worked this station for years. Alan had reviewed her file during the shuttle ride over. 5 years with the company, consistently high ratings, never missed a shift. The kind of employee who kept an empire running but rarely got noticed. "What can I get you?" Hannah asked, barely looking up from wiping down the counter. "Just toast," Alan said, testing the waters. "White bread, butter." Hannah's hands paused for the briefest moment. Then she smiled, not the customer service smile he'd seen her give the Zelthorians, but something smaller, sadder. "Just toast," she repeated. "That's what the founder used to order, supposedly. When he first opened the original location on Earth." Alan's chest tightened. He'd forgotten he'd told that story in an interview years ago. "You remember that?" "Everyone who works here knows the story," Hannah said, moving to the bread station. Alan Voss, before he was a billionaire, sitting in his mom's kitchen trying to figure out what he could serve aliens that wouldn't require complex preparation. He landed on toast because it was simple, honest, the kind of thing you make for someone you care about. She slid 2 slices into the toaster, an actual Earth-made toaster, not a molecular assembly. Alan noticed it was slightly dented, held together with repair tape. "That toaster's seen better days," he observed. Hannah's expression hardened just slightly. "Yeah, corporate keeps promising to send a new one. But we're not a flagship location. We're just a way station diner on a mining colony route. Not exactly priority." Alan made a mental note. Several mental notes. The toast popped up golden brown. Hannah buttered it with practiced care, making sure to get the butter all the way to the edges, a detail from training that most locations had stopped enforcing. She set the plate before him. 18 credits, she said. As Alan reached for his credit chip, he heard her whisper, barely audible, from Hannah to someone in the back kitchen. Her voice was tight with frustration. DOES. "And matter how good we are, corporate's shutting us down next quarter anyway." Alan's hand froze halfway to the payment terminal. He said, louder than intended. Hannah's eyes widened. She realized he'd heard. "I shouldn't have said anything. It's not official yet." "Tell me," Alan said, dropping the Carl persona entirely. His voice carried the weight of authority he couldn't fully mask. Hannah studied him for a long moment, and he saw the exact moment she decided honesty mattered more than her job security. "This location doesn't hit the profit margins of the newer stations," she said quietly. "We've been told we're underperforming. Never mind that we serve the miners who work 18-hour shifts in the asteroid belt. Never mind that we're the only place within 3 jumps where a Irith trader can get real coffee. The numbers don't justify keeping us open, apparently." She gestured around the diner. "We're not flashy. We don't have the new holographic menus or the automated kitchen systems. We do things the old way, the way the founder supposedly wanted. But I guess that doesn't matter anymore." Alan picked up his toast. It was perfect, golden, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, with butter melting into every pore. It tasted exactly like the toast he'd made in his mother's kitchen 15 years ago, when this had all been just a dream. He set it down and pulled out his real ID badge. Hannah went pale. "Oh my God, you're Alan Voss," he confirmed. "And you're right, this shouldn't be shutting down." He tapped his personal communicator, connecting directly to his VP of Operations. "Richards, it's Alan. I'm at the Kepler station location. I want a full audit of whoever decided to close this diner, and I want them in my office tomorrow." Then I want a company-wide memo. Any location that's maintaining quality standards stays open. Period. I don't care if they're not hitting arbitrary profit targets. He looked at Hannah. Profit isn't the only thing that matters. We built this company on the idea that food is connection, that a place where people gather to eat together matters, especially if it's just a way station on a mining route. Hannah's eyes shimmered. Mr. Voss, call me Alan, he said, and thank you for reminding me why I started this. Sometimes you need someone to whisper the truth when you've forgotten to listen. He took another bite of toast, savoring it properly this time. Best toast in the galaxy, he said. Worth keeping.